You're now tuned to 96.9 FM Los Santos' most questionable broadcast. And the only one brave enough to ask Rockstar, do you ever make rank 100 players relevant again? If you know, you know. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got leaks. GTA 6 alleged leaks. They came to us via a post on X Twitter from Gameroll. We're going to read and we're going to riff until someone kicks our door in. Now, before anyone starts asking, I'm the kind of guy who don't really like to have the story, movie, video, whatever, game spoiled for them. But at the same time, I'm dying to know a little bit more about the game. Now, I read throughout the post, and I don't think that there's anything too spoily on this. So I think if you're on the same boat as myself, you're going to be okay. Secondly, why the frequency changed? Well, apparently 98.7 was already taken by someone with a license and an actual moral compass. So the FCC sent us a very official cease and desist letter via a pigeon. So long story short, got booted off the dial. We shifted slightly to the left that frequency. We're going to keep broadcasting. Big shout out to Federal Communication Clowns. Free speech comes with frequency limits, okay? Right, rant's over. I'm your host, part-time narrator, full-time liability. And tonight we're pulling out the corkboard, red string, can of sprunk, and we're going to dissect the latest from Gameroll, who might have just leaked GTA 6 all summer wardrobe. So if you have an ex-Twitter account, head over and show some love to our boy. He says here, disclaimer, I have no proof of any of this information other than it's all come from the same exact source who told me Jason and Lucia's last name. It's not a direct source. They claim to be a friend of a Rockstar development. So for a little bit of context here, he has another post with a couple of screenshots, and one of them says, what do you guys think Jason and Lucia's last names are? My guesses are Lucia Caminos and Jason Duval. Why? Because they sound cool. And then he has another post where he says, I knew about Jason and Lucia's last names a while ago, but that's basically as far as my knowledge goes. So this context is to explain that he used like a bit of a shoe-on-head tactic. He said, I asked them, and he means the friend of the Rockstar developer, Jason and Lucia's last names, so I could verify their story once they were eventually revealed. And this is to say that this was a one-off thing for me, so please don't think I'm spoiling the game anytime I share my opinion. Yeah. So, let's dive into the leaks, which, like he says here, might be false, misinterpreted, or complete BS. Let's see. Gameplay, 6-star wanted level returns. Now, as someone who was playing completely different titles at the time, and I never really played through the GTA until GTA 5 and online, so I never really played GTA story. Don't clutch your pearls now. I never really played the GTA 5 story. I just jumped into GTA Online because I'm not a story-driven kind of person. I only play online games. So I don't know what's the relevancy of the 6-star wanted level and if this was implemented on online or not. So if you did, please leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this one. For me, it's alien. It's just an extra star. Relationship bar mentioned in the 2022 leak clip still exists. Worked like Honor in Red Dead Redemption 2. My theory for Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online is that they serve as test beds for a lot of things in GTA 6. And this theory for me was solidified when they sort of kind of abandoned the project. So I think they used Red Dead for a lot of tests, and then they said like, okay, we can just move on from this now. So they kind of said like, oh, we're going to stop support and whatnot. That's what happened there. Weight mechanics are a thing. So there's a joke to be made here. I'm not going to go there. Explorable underwater areas with treasure and secrets. I think that, again, GTA Online dived a little bit into this. You see what I did there? But I suppose that all of this stuff that they wanted to do was kind of scrapped, and then they moved all development for GTA 6. Trailer 2 scene where Jason buys beer is gameplay. I think a whole lot of the scenes from the trailer 2 are going to be actually gameplay. This is sort of like the camera panning and then going into the character where you get to control the character right after a cutscene. And then that's what it was shown mostly on the trailer 2, but no way to verify it until the game is out. Greet and antagonize is in game. I'm guessing this is interacting with NPCs. The character wheel has 3 options: solo Jason, solo Lucia, and dual protagonist control, where Lucia Jason can be controlled at the same time to rob together in the open world. Again, because I never really played the story, I'm not sure what sort of improvements could have been made to the character wheels. So if you have any input on this, let me know. Rectangle GPS with pink waypoints. Yay! I don't know what this one is. Jason has a dead eye-like ability. Slows down time and reveals weak spots. Lucia can do it, but one shot. Source said this is apparently super bad and they hope it gets changed. It's meant to show how Jason is a better shot than Lucia due to his time in the army. I think that the characters would have completely different, distinct abilities. So I'm not necessarily... I wouldn't necessarily call this an ability, but more a game mechanic where Jason just can perform it like a little bit better. And then maybe because Lucia was training hand-to-hand combat, she's going to be probably like a little bit better fighter or something. So something like that. Or have like cooler moves than Jason. Something like that. I wouldn't call this ability. I think it's just a game mechanic. People react to having your gun out. A lot of the NPCs on GTA Online kind of do that when you point the gun at them, so I think it's just an improvement here. Male strippers are in game. I really don't care, but I'm sure a lot of people will, so there you go. Each to their own. Driving is best it's ever been. I would imagine so. I mean, it's a game about stealing cars, so I think it's only like an improvement. There's improvements to be made. The driving as it is at the moment is really good. I drive a whole lot and I race a whole lot in GTA, and I think he answers really well, so good to see improvements. Core dismemberment is being built off of Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, this is my test bed theory, so I think that they use it as a test bed and then just port things to GTA 6. Limited weapon system returns stored in trunk. I like this. So if you ever watch any of my videos, you notice that for the most part, I'm usually only carrying a pistol. And I don't really like to bring the entire arsenal and then answer to threats by pulling things out of my arse or the character's arse. Here's an helicopter. Let's just pull this rocket launcher with tons of rockets and just deal with this threat. Oh, let's use a sticky bomb for this. Let's use 20 grenades for that. Let's use a grenade launcher for this one as well. And I just don't think it's too real. So it kind of like breaks too much the immersion for me. But that's myself. That's my opinion. Now, moving on to characters. There's only one here, Donnie, Jason's friend who works for Brian, and it's described as a freak. Sure. A couple of things here. Map. The map is once again an island and no panhandle. So I haven't really looked too much into the mapping community thing, so I don't really know. I might just look into it after this just to have like an idea of this, where they're going now with the mapping modding. Enterable shopping malls and skyscrapers with lifts, 700 plus shops and most interiors of a major open world game. I think a lot of this is going to be instance. There's no way they're going to have like computational power to have like everything rendered, so it will be interesting to see, but I think a lot of this is going to be instanced. Story and missions, not going to spoil much here. Thank you very much. Game as chapters like Red Dead Redemption 2, so I never played it, so I really don't know much about this. Shots from trailer 2 were from chapters 1 to 3, so there's a lot that hasn't been shown yet. No fully nude sex scenes. Thank you. I don't know, like I really don't care much about this in the game. Listening to music outside of a car apparently isn't the thing. I'm not sure if people really wanted this, but sure. Prone was cut a while ago. I think here I would say like I would like to have like different stances on a game, like kind of like lying down when you're using a sniper rifle or something, but I guess this is it was cut from the game maybe. Dual yielding weapons isn't in the game, and I think this was going to be like a little bit tricky to implement anyways. No Disney World parody and no burglary minigame. I'm not sure what these were supposed to be, but sure. And I'm gonna guess that's it. That's the big leaks. I mean, I don't think that there's anything groundbreaking here, but at the same time, I don't think that he wants to spoil the game too much for us. A bunch of educated guesses with things are going to be better, and I guess that's gonna be it. If you made it this far, I want you to know that I appreciate you. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Every listen counts, every second keeps the tower lights on and the signal sketchy. I'll catch you next time. Same questionable vibes. Thanks for riding shotgun. Bish signing out.